One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll move the wide receiver. There he goes. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the back. Trying play action. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Pulls and fires complete. Turns it on in midfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Less catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. There he goes. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Good, right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Breaks into the open. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking downfield to throw. Lofts one high and deep.
worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes and I throw the football and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle, no big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Caught in the backfield. It's Witherspoon. Turning it on. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Still on his feet at the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Trojans have it with a first and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Matthews. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Grab behind the line. It's Matthews. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watson. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Flips it out to the back. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Gideon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. He tries to take the top off. Brings it in down the left side. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, when you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Gideon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. There he goes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking it back at the 10.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line. Set up in such good position.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I love the attitude on defense. There's nobody moping around feeling sorry for themselves. The offense has the ball deep in your own end. Step up and make a play. 2nd down, 3rd down, they generate sacks. Nice job.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A long way to go on 4th and goal. He's looking to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Witherspoon. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Trying to get the corner. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Still on his feet. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Offense in an empty set. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Wide open spaces. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Tight end trying to get in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Trojans in the hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments. Gonna look downfield again. Takes the easy one to the back. Touchdown USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Virginia. 2 fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Makes the grab over the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Motion from the wideout. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quick strike complete. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Looking downfield very late in the half. He fires a bullet to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Smashes through the tackle. He's going to run it all the way back, but this is going to wind up just being a conditioning drill. Flag down on the field, and this one almost certainly is going to come back. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
It's a score, 2-point conversion. We back in it.
The Trojans will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gideon. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You have to imagine the game plan in the 2nd half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy.
He lobs one high down the left side. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Man, right when I think we're going to get back in it.
Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard. 3rd in California to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is. And this dude's obviously one of the best in the country. But the defense, they were all over it. They were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He might want another play. And back to the air on second down. Got his man. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry up.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Gets the back moving. He wants to throw it again. Fakes the grab. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojan. And the pummeling has started.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Overton. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled.
Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. He finds plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Matthews. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And everything is going right. I mean, off a deflection, you've already scored a bunch of points. You got the lead. Palmer, everything that they've dialed up so far, it seems like it's working just fine.
And you just feel for the defense on that play, too, because obviously they've been making mistakes, and they've given up a lot of big plays, and we've seen missed tackles. Finally, an opportunity maybe to get an interception, just some ray of hope or something to look back on positively in this game. And again, like you said, David, it just has not been their day today.
The run to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. We've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of a quarterback. And are his feet set where now he can start to move towards where he wants to throw the football? And you could tell his feet weren't set and he was drifting a little bit.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense gets it for that huge interception return. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for a touchdown.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Powers through the defender. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Dalton. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football.
That's what I'm saying. This game ain't over until it's over. We are fighting.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass.
Come down, Tennessee route, man.
Witherspoon. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
The defense has got to be able to make plays.
Just a stop and a touchdown, and I'm back in it.
Steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab.
We can get lucky with this route, I swear.
A play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
It doesn't matter what the defense is trying to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
31, Georgia, 16.
Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. The run from the shotgun. Creates a little space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Red pass, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And the punishment has been extended. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? It's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball.
Damn, we didn't get that shot.
Go get him.
And for a quick update, let's go to
All we needed was a stop, but that's not a 2-point conversion. We would have been right back in it. That probably sealed it.
Worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's Here's the pressure. Got a man. It's Overton. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Overton.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to...
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Here comes the two-point try. He wants to throw it. Using the quick game. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Caught behind the line. It's Witherspoon. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they did that. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down.
Yeah,
they've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get
fine. That's all we do.
Nice job throwing the football there.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout.
He's probably running it out.
On their side, they'll just try to run it out here.
Ain't no more, no point taking no time out. Nothing.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able
Good game,
to
man.
it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
I made some mistakes, but I came back towards the end. Wasn't enough though.
They'll run run behind the big guys on the right.
You just probably took my rank from me. I took it from, I got ranked by beating my last opponent in OT.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive.
You're definitely probably about to take my rank.
Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere.
It's all good, though.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. Got it behind the line. It's Witherspoon. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays.
We fought hard.
He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th.
Whoever had this team last season was terrible. Did not know how to recruit. Lost too many games to even have any recruits. Then lost a bunch of players. That's bad. I got to rebuild this team.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak. But
it's all good.
Nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That last score just a little icing on the cake in this one as they get set to kick it away again. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play.
That's a pig. Because I was hit. I knew that was a pig before it even happened.
He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for a gap. It's Galton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.